Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and attack helicopters. Today we'll be looking at some pretty weird stuff with punch through versus the non-hit scan weapons in the hit scan. So if you have here, have an unranked Lanka. Technically, it's been formatted a couple times. You can see I don't have any additional punch through mods on it, just some standard, beginning mods that I have. We'll go ahead and get started. Basically, I just wanted to point this out. Something I noticed when I was leveling the Lanka. It's got a weird mechanic with the punch through, and I'm thinking to myself, 5-meter punch through, there shouldn't be any problems. It should just rip through enemies. But whatever. So we have 8 arid seekers, and they are going to be basically lined up in a row like this. You can see 2 columns, 4 each. So we'll start with this first one. I wanted to go about 5 meters out. Line it up so it's a sure straight shot. You can see, charge it up, let her rip. So it only goes through the first 2 enemies. You can see there, the last 2 enemies, no damage done whatsoever. It's a little weird. So I go over to the second column. I go about 17 meters out. That's as far as I can go along this line. Same kind of thing. Zoom up, let her rip. So the weird thing is, on this one, it goes through the first enemy, it goes through the second enemy, misses the third enemy, and goes through the fourth. So I don't know what that's all about. That's definitely weird. It's almost like he dodged the bullet or something, or the bullet went around him and then hit the fourth person. I don't know. It's a little weird. Okay, so what I'll do now, spawn 8 enemies again, go back over there. Basically, I'm going to see what happens when I'm basically right in front of the person. So let's say about 2 meters away, okay? So you can check that. It's about 2 meters out, okay? So I'll go ahead and zoom in, let her rip. So it hit the first enemy, dodged the second, and then hit the third enemy and didn't hit the fourth. So it's weird. It's almost like it's just not very accurate that close, or some weird mechanic. I don't know. Let's check the second column, 10 meters out. Let's see what happens. So essentially the same thing as when you're 17 meters out. It hits the first 2 enemies, skips the third, and hits the fourth enemy. It's almost, what the fuck? I don't even know what that was. That shouldn't have missed that last enemy. It should have just gone right through and ripped them apart. I don't know. It's okay, so let's try something else. It's possible for some reason it's got a weird mechanic with the multi-shot. Maybe, I don't know, the second bullet, I don't know, it does something weird. So let's take off split chamber. I don't have any other multi-shot mod. The Riven doesn't have anything like that on there. So let's go ahead and try it again. Same deal. Spawn 8 arid seekers. They're level 20. Let's go ahead and see what happens. You can see there, 8 of them, 4 in each column. Let's line up the shots. Let's take it about 5 meters this time. So we'll charge it up and let it rip. Same deal. I don't know. It hits the first 2 enemies, no problem, but then the last 2, it doesn't even bother. So let's try the second column. Let's take it out 17 meters, line it up, charge it, let it rip. Look at that. Same thing. It hits the first 2 enemies, misses the third one completely, and then somehow bends back into hitting the fourth. Let's try something else then. Let's go ahead and use the Latron Wraith. I have that one leveled up pretty well. It's got some good mods on there. It's hit scan. Okay, so we'll put some of the punch through on there. As you can see, it's got about 2.6 meter punch through. Okay, so that should be fine. We'll go ahead and do the same thing again. We'll get rid of any enemies that are there. Okay, we'll go ahead and spawn in 8 arid seekers, level 20. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this gun. So as you can see there, 2 columns, 4 enemies each. Let's mark him so I can see about how far I am away. Consistency, 5 meters out. Dead shot center. As you can see, it killed the first one, hit the second enemy, killed the third one, and hit the fourth enemy. So that bullet goes through all of them, and that's only 2.6 meter punch through. So let's do this. 17 meters out, let's see what happens. Second column, fire. Okay, so it killed the first enemy, killed the second enemy, hit the third, and hit the fourth. Okay, so that bullet goes through and, you know, hits all 4 enemies. Okay, but it only has 2.6 meter punch through. The Lanka has 5 meter punch through. What's the deal? The problem is, for some reason, non-hit scan weapons, when it passes through something, the bullet deflects and it veers off. It usually veers off to the right. This is going to present a problem in the plains when you're trying to snipe an enemy and he might be behind cover, or you have that sweet shot where there's 2 or 3 guys lined up and you fire expecting your sniper rifle to go through all of them, but then you miss and you're kind of like, what the hell? And I ran into this issue when I was leveling up the Lanka. I'm shooting, you know, down a corridor and it should rip through all those enemies, but it's not. It's only hitting one of them, and that's just a little weird. As you can see here, I'm redoing the test, but with the multi-shot off to see, you know, if that causes any issues. But as you can see, no, it doesn't. It still rips through. There's first enemy, second enemy, third enemy is injured, fourth enemy is injured. So the multi-shot doesn't really affect the punch-through part of it. It's just, you know, it's just a little weird. I hope DE fixes this, because if there's any issues with punch-through, you're going to run into it. And, you know, unfortunately, if your weapon is non-hit scan, that's just what you're going to deal with, is the bullets veering off and not really punching through multiple enemies or objects. So, I hope you guys see this. I hope you guys comment on the forums. I'll link that there. Basically, we need to get DE aware of this so they can hopefully fix it. Personally, I don't really like it. You know, having a sniper rifle with 5 meter punch through, I shouldn't have bullets veering off, especially with the Lanka having, what, 100% accuracy? I don't know, it's just a little weird. Hope they fix it.